Hello guys, welcome to my this video, and in this Angular tutorial I will show you how you can download data, or you can say it content. So guys, first of all I will show you the preview or example. So here you can see here is the some data. So I have set some data. So data may be anything, but when I will click this download button, so this data or content I will download in Excel format. So in this video I will show you how you can do that. Okay, and so this is most important thing, because mostly we get the project in admin panel, and when we make any admin panel, so that time we need to download the data in table or in Excel format. So that is very important thing. Okay, so that's why I'm making this video. So I will suggest don't skip this video, please watching. So first of all guys, I will show you the preview. So suppose guys, when I will click this download button, so that time I want to download this data. So let's click the download button. So here you can see the data is start to download, and if I open this one, so here you can see, so you can see it's a downloaded and it's a Excel format. So ID name. So why ID name? Because guys, when I had set the data, so that is here you can see I have set ID and name, so that's why it's come as a ID and name. Okay, so this data I have downloaded in Excel format. So data may be anything. So suppose if I change anything, suppose if I change like this, and so it will be changed the data here like this. And now if I click this download button again, so this data now it will be downloaded by Excel format. Okay, so here if I open this one, so you can see now this data is downloaded. So I hope guys you will be enjoyed this video, so please watch this video. So first of all guys, to show how to download this data, I will open my Visual Studio Code editor. So guys, here you can see I have opened app component.html, app component.ts and css, because I have added some css already. So guys, first of all I have to be create an content. Okay, which content I will want to download. Okay, so first of all here I will write a variable that is content. So you can write variable name anything as per your choice, and here I will create some content. So I will create the multiple object. First of all ID is one. So content you can create anything. So I have written here ID and name, but you can write anything. So same way, just I will create two object, and here just I will change ID is 2, and here I will change it B. But you can write anything, and this variable name you can write anything that is on you. And now guys, here so this content I have to be show in our HTML file. So guys, here I have opened app component.html file. So guys, if you are the if you know the Angular already, so you will be know that is when we generate any project, so that time we get the router outlet default in app component.html file. So here router outlet is not the part of this functionality, so don't focus on that. And if you want to implement this thing in any other component, so you can open that. Okay, so I want to implement this in app component.html, so I have open app component. But if you want any to implement in any component, so you can open that. Okay, so now guys, here I will write the container class. So every video I said that the use of container class added some space in left and right, and this is bootstrap class. So if you want to use the container class, so you have to be install bootstrap css. So guys, here I am not showing how to install bootstrap css. So if you want to know the how to install bootstrap css, so then you can go to my Angular tutorial playlist, and there I have made a separate video about that. And now guys, here I have to be bind this data. When I will bind this data, so that time I can show it in preview. Okay, so how I can bind that? Just here I will write the div, and inside this div just we have to be write a ng for of loop. So here how the syntax like ng for equals to an inverted comma. So here I will write let a variable. So variable name I will write contents. Okay, so variable name you can write as per your choice. So inside this contents variable I will store all the data whatever I have assigned in content variable, so that I will write here. So of this, so that means whatever I have written inside this content variable that I have stored inside this contents variable. So this is the syntax. We cannot use this content variable directly. We have to be stored inside in another variable. Then based on this variable we can bind the data. So now here I will write a span tag. So span curly braces, and now contents dot id first of all, and again I will write another span tag, and here I will write content dot name. So if I write here once, so you will see the preview, so you will get the data. So here you can see I'm getting the data, and here I have already added the CSS, that is I want to show. You can see inside this span tag I have added font size, font height, and margin right. Okay, same way I have added some CSS for button. So here I will create a download button now, because when I will click the download button, so that time I want to download the data, or you can say it file, anything. So button type is button, and now here I will the class is save, and here I will write download. Okay, so inside this save class I have already written some CSS, here you can see. So now because for less of this time, so I have already written CSS. So now I don't need that CSS file, and if you want to add the CSS, so you can pause the video and you can add the CSS. Okay, so now I will close, and here you can see the download button is added. So now if I click this download button, so now it's happening nothing because I did not add the functionality. So when I will click this download button, so I want to download the data in Excel format. So now here I have to be write a method, or someone call it function. So method or function is click, and now I have to write the method name. So method name I will write file. So guys, you can write any name of this method. You can write here instead of file, you can write download, anything. Okay, so I have written here file. So I will copy this method name, and inside this ts file I will paste here, and curly braces. This is the syntax for declaring a method. And now guys, here how to download. So first of all you have to understand how we can download a file. This first of all, this is very simple, but when we want to download any content, so that time just you have to be write some loop. Why? So in this here now I will show you why. So here array, and I will write a any and array sign. Okay, so I mean here I have created a variable is array, and the type is array, and the type is any, and the variable is array. Okay, so now guys, suppose you want to download anything, suppose leave this content. Okay, suppose you want to leave this content, whatever I have created in dynamically, this suppose this is comes from API, so leave this one. Suppose you want to download static, so how we can download. So here inside this array, suppose first of all we have to be write the heading is id, because here you can see heading is id and name. So here I will write id comma and name, and after that here again another array, and inside this array you have to be write the data. So data is 1, id is 1, and name is first of all a. You can see here, so name is a, and again after that whatever data, so that have to be comes in like this format. Actually I want to show that is that one. So when we want to download anything, so first of all we have to be make it in like this format. We cannot download the data using array object this format. We have to be convert it into this format. First of all the heading, and heading will be inside an array, and after that data, and data will come up again and again. So this way. Okay, so now guys, first of all our main challenge is that is I have to convert this data that is comes by this way, array and object. So I have to be convert it like this way. That's our main challenge first of all. Okay, I hope guys you have understand, and if you have any doubts, you can write in comment. So now guys, our main challenge is we have to convert this data in this format. So guys, first of all we have to be write a for loop. So for let I equals to 0, and I'm guessing that is, you know, the for loop, so that's why I'm not explaining about the for loop more. So here I will write this dot this content. So I have to be convert this contents data in this format, so I will write this dot content. Sorry guys, I forgot to copy, so I will copy this content and dot length. So I'm not explaining about this for loop, because I hope you know about for loop. Okay, so now here I will write another variable, that is O. Variable name I always say you can write as per your choice. And now here I will create another array variable, new array, and this I'm creating everything for this content to convert like this format. I'm creating this for that. Okay, so now here I will write array, and inside this for loop here I will write for O, I mean this one, O in this dot content I. Content I means I have created a loop, so this is content and I, that means I will get all the data, and this is for in loop. This loop is called for in loop. So I have written a for loop, a for in loop inside this for loop. So that means guys, here I will show everything in console, so it will be easy to understand. That is, first of all, here if I print in console.log, so guys, inside this console.log, if I print this one, I mean this dot content and array I. So let's see what I will get in the console. So I will open the console. Okay, when I will click this download button, so I will get the data, because this method, this file method I have called in this button. Okay, so here if I click this download button, so it's not working. I think I forgot to save here. So let's see, actually I forgot to save. So here you can see the data is coming by this way, object and object by this way. So from here, first of all, I have to be need the property name. Property name means ID and name. So this ID and name I have to be stored like this array format first of all. So guys, that's why first of all I have written the for loop, and by this for loop I am getting this in this object format. Okay, so from this object I need ID and name only, the property. So by this for loop, for in loop, we can get the object property. Okay, so for in loop used for getting the object property. You have to be remember that one. So guys, here suppose now if I write this new array dot push, and this O variable. So here we cannot write this dot new array, because here I have defined this variable locally. When we want to access global variable, so that time we write this keyword, like here content is global variable, because this is outside this file method, this content variable. So that's why I have written this keyword. But here I have written this new array, this is local variable, so I don't need to write this keyword. Just new array dot push O. So now I will remove console from here, and now this one I have to be right here. So let's check it, and here I will print this new array. So let's check it, whatever I will get. So here, so you can see I'm getting id name, id name, double format. I mean double, because I have print this one inside the nested for loop. This was the for loop, and again I have written the for in loop inside this for loop. So that's why I'm getting the output like double, but I need only this one or this one. So I can write here inside after this for loop I can write break. I mean when the loop will be end, so after that I don't need to run this loop again. So that's why I have written break keyword. So if I write break keyword, so let's check it. So I'm getting this way. So now because I have printed this one, so if I print here, so now let's check it. Sorry, not here, just outside this for loop I will print. Okay, so if I click, so here you can see I'm getting this format, whatever I need like this way. So I'm getting this format. Now I need the content, how much content it will come. Suppose this one comes from API. Okay, so how much content will comes from API, so that will comes by this way. So now I need the content like this format. So for that guys, first of all, whatever I'm getting in this new array, I mean this one, that I have to be push in this array variable, because I'm getting this format. So I will push this inside this array, because whatever I will push in this array, so that I will download. Okay, so now here I will write this dot array dot push new array, this one, I mean this variable. Okay, so first of all I push the heading in this array, that means this one I am getting now dynamically format. Okay, and now I need to dynamically format, like dynamically content like this way. So here I will write first of all I will remove this console, and now I will write again a for loop. So for let I equals to 0, I this dot content dot length and I plus plus. And here this dot array dot push. Now here I will push, that is object. This is the predefined JavaScript keyword object, that means from, because I need the value now, this ID and names value. So here I have written object. Object means I will get anything, because when I write the for loop, so that time if I print again this console, so console dot log this one, so let's check it. So here you can see I'm getting this one is object format. So from this object I have to be cut the value, this ID and names value. So that's why there are the predefined JavaScript method, that is object dot values. Okay, and inside these values here I will write this dot content I. That means guys, whatever I'm by this one I'm getting the object. Here you can see from this object just I am taking the value, this value. So that's why JavaScript predefined method object dot values, and inside the parenthesis I have written this one, because from this object I need the value. So now if I write here, that is console, so I will cut the console from here, and if I write here, and if I write this dot array, so let's check it what I will get. So here you can see I'm getting id name and like this way, but it's coming double for loop. Okay, so if I print this console outside this for loop, so let's check it once. So it's coming. You can see first of all I'm getting heading like this one, and I'm also getting the value. Here you can see also getting the value, but again I'm getting this one. I don't need this, so I have to be remove this thing from this array. So how you can do that? So for that guys, here now the method that is, so I will remove the console from here. So I will write var, and here I will write a variable name. So variable name you can write anything, so I will write csv string. Actually I am writing this variable name because when we want to download anything in Excel format, so the extension is csv, okay, not xls. Like when we want to download anything in text format or any file we download in text format, so the extension is .txt. What document format, so that is do.doc. So but in the Excel, so it's a csv. Okay, so the variable name I have written csv string. Okay, and here I will write the string sign. So now guys, here I will write the for each loop. Okay, so this dot array, because I had shown you I have to be remove this thing from this array. So for that, here I will write this dot array, this dot array dot for, and here each. So for each parenthesis, and here I will write two parameter, that is row item, parameter type is any, and the guys parameter name you can pass anything. Okay, and now here I will write row index. So that one will return this thing, row parameter, row item, and this parameter will return row index, that means 0 1 index value. So I don't need index actually, but I have written this one, and here I will set the parameter type is any, both of all. And now here equals to and fade arrow. Okay, this, and again I will write these items for each loop. Okay, I mean whatever item I will get, so that's for each loop I will write again. So here I will write, that is, so first of all if I print this console, so it will be easy to understand. That is, inside this console.log, if I print this row item, so let's check it what I will get. So if I click here, so you can see I'm getting this one. Okay, so I have to be removed now this one. So here I will write again this dot, this row item dot for each, and here I will write again two parameter. And guys, one thing I want to clear, that is this parameter name you can write anything. Okay, and now item, column item any, and the another parameter, that is column index. Okay, so col index, and the type is I will write any. Here I will write the same way, fed arrow function. So here I will write just row item. This one I will not write this dot row item, because I had explained that is when we want to access global variable, so that time we write this keyword. Okay, and now here inside this CSV string plus equals to, that is this column item plus dot. That means this column item now will be print one by one. So now if I write console dot log, and inside this console dot log if I print this one, so let's check it. So you can see id dot name, this way I'm getting. Okay, so from here I have to be right, that is this variable plus equals to backslash r slash n. So that is row and that is column number. Okay, and now guys here I will write again this variable here equals to, and here I will write data clone application slash CSV. This data application I want to download by this CSV format, Excel format. So this is the syntax. Okay, so for downloading any file or data, this is the syntax. Data, we want to download data, so data and application, and which format, that is I have to be right here. If you want to download it text format, so you can write here txt. If you want to download it document format, so you can write it doc format. PDF, you can write PDF, anything, whatever you want to download. Okay, and comma, and here I will write plus encode URI component. So encode means guys, when I had shown, that is you can see it was coming like this format, so I have to be encoded. So that is encode URI component, and which I want to encode this one. Okay, because when I print this one in console, so that was coming like this format, so that I have to be encode. So I have written this one. I hope you have guys understand. And now here the main thing guys, you have to be understand. First of all I had shown you how we can download. First of all we have to convert whatever data we want to download, that I have to convert like this format. First of all heading, and after that the values. Okay, values will become down by down. Okay, this format. And now guys, how we can download. So when we want to download, like we cannot download easily, we have to be download by anchor tag. So when we click the anchor tag, so that time we can download the data. So for that guys, here we have to be create a anchor tag dynamically. So here I will write var, and the variable is x, but variable name you can write anything. So document dot create element a, because I want to create a anchor tag, so create element a. And now here I have this anchor tag, so create inside this x variable. That means suppose guys, if I print this x, so that time it will become like this way. This anchor tag it will be create, and after that inside this anchor tag we have to be write href. I think you know guys. So for that here I have to be set an attribute. So x dot set attribute, that is href, and inside this href I want to download this thing. So I mean this variable actually, because I stored this thing inside this variable. So I will write this one, and now here I will write x dot set attribute, that is download, because when we want to download, so inside this anchor tag we need to download an attribute. So that's why I have set attribute download, and inside this download which file name we want to set. I mean when I will click this download button, so that time by which file name you want to download, like a.xls, I mean csv, b.csv file name. So file name you have to be set here inside this download property. So here I will write the file name is some data.csv. I mean this CSV format. If you want to change the format, I mean if you want to download in text or doc file anything, so that for extension you have to be write here and here also. Okay, so now this anchor tag I have already created. So guys, this anchor tag I have created, but this anchor tag is not in our HTML. So I have to be set this anchor tag in dynamically format. So for that here I will write document dot body dot append child, and here I will write x. So that means this anchor tag will be append in the body. So now here I will write this x dot click. So that means that will be clicked automatically. This anchor tag will be clicked automatically. Everything I have created here dynamically. So saved, I already saved, and now here if I click this download button, so you can see it's downloaded. So if I open, so you can see it's downloaded, but here I have to be write here this dot array again blank, because otherwise if I download once, so that time I have to be set the array is blank, and again I have to be download. So this dot array is blank. So guys, when I was downloading, so that time the old data was coming, because I have mistake two things, that is now everything I set dynamically. So I have to be remove this one from here, and the another thing that is here for set all the column, I mean it was coming in same column, so I have to be write instead of dot I have to be write here comma. So save, and now here if I download, so it's downloaded, and if I open, so here you can see ID name A1A and 2B. So it's downloaded. So hope guys this video is helpful to you, and if you want to get more this type of video, so please subscribe and press the notification bell icon for more updating.